Hi folks, it's Rob with MTG Investor, and we're looking at some Dragons of Tarkir spoiler cards. Right now, we're about 75 cards into the spoiler, and we're going to take a look at Sidisi, the new Sidisi, in this new alternate timeline. Sidisi Undead Vizier. She is a 4/6 for 2 black and 3 legendary zombie with Death Touch. So let's just first look at that. It's a 4/6 for 5 with Death Touch. That by itself is pretty dang good. So then let's keep going. Exploit. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. The may is important, meaning you don't have to. You don't have to use the exploit ability, which is important, because if it was a must, then if she was the only thing coming onto the board, then you'd have to sacrifice her. So that's cool. When Sidisi Undead Vizier exploits a creature, you may search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. She demonic tutors. That's pretty dang good. Right now she's being listed as a $5 card on the big box websites. I think that's really fair, and I'm hoping that mono black can become a thing again. When I first saw this card, I thought a 4/6 with Death Touch for 5. That's pretty good. Mono black control seems like it should be playable. There's a lot of decent black cards out there are coming in with the Dragons of Tarkir set, and there's already a good mix of cards. I'm surprised that nobody's trying to play mono black right now. Anyway, I mean, you have such good cards in the format. She's $5, and I think that's pretty fair. Short term, I think she's a $2 to $6 card. If she can see play, and I would think she's going to see some play either in Sultai Control or Green-Black Constellation or just Green-Black. She's got to fit somewhere. It seems like even if it's Reanimator, man, reanimating her, you play her, you could demonic tutor, then you reanimate her and you demonic tutor. That just seems so good, such good card advantage. Basically, you're getting 2 cards right out of your deck that you need at that moment. So I really think she's going to be at the $5 or $6 range right now while she's in the format. I'm really surprised that she's not a mythic. She totally seems like she needs to be a mythic. Just flavor-wise, there's a few cards in this set that I'm surprised that are mythics that aren't. Like, even if you see over there to the left on my screen, to the left of Sidisi is Risen Executioner, and on that video I said this should have been a rare. So that card should have been a rare. Sidisi should have been a mythic, but whatever. I don't make my magic cards. So anyway, long term, I think this is a decent card. I think she's going to hold her value because she's legendary. She's a zombie. She's going to go into EDH decks. And my question is, because she demonic tutors, can she be abused somehow? Can somehow you abuse her? Is there some way to keep recurring her in Modern or Legacy? Whenever you look at a card, you have to consider the ramifications of this being playable in Modern or Legacy. Legacy is the ultimate format because she'll always be playable. If she's playable in Legacy, she's always playable in Legacy. You know, like even Modern has a lifespan, like whatever, 6, 7, 8 years, however long the cards can stay in Modern. But if there's some way to use her in Legacy to exploit that demonic tutor ability, that would be really cool. I don't know if there is. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying you always have to speculate. Is a card abusable in some way? If it's abusable, then it's going to gain significant value. I just don't know. So that's why I have the question mark out there on the long term, because I don't know. I would definitely. There are cards that I trade off. Like, as a card's going to leave the format, I'll trade it off because I know it's going to just plummet in value. The value is just going to go way down. It's not going to hold its value. Just like the Scry lands from Theros. Some of them are $8 to $10 lands, and when Theros rotates out, those are going to plummet. They're not played in Legacy, and they're only just barely played, some of them, in Modern. They're just gonna, the price of them are going to drop significantly. So things like that I would try to trade off. I don't want to hold on to. But Sidisi I might want to hold on to if I can get Sidisi for $4 a pop. I'll probably want to hold on to them. But I don't know. Is there a way to abuse her? Not sure. She will hold, I think, at least a $3 or $4 value because she's EDH. She's a zombie. She's a legend. And so anyway, tell me if there's a way to abuse her in Legacy or even Modern. But I think she's playable, and I really want to see a Modern. I really want to see a mono black control deck emerge. It doesn't have to be Devotion like it was before. Just want to see like an old school mono black control deck. That would be really cool, and she would be really cool. You got an idea for it? Leave a comment for me. Tell me what's an idea for using this in Standard. Anyway, this has been Rob with MTG Investor, and thanks for watching, and happy trading, guys.